Hello guys, till now in the series of lithium ion battery manufacturing, I have discussed everything step by step. It started from lithium extraction from lithium salt, then selection of materials for negative and positive electrodes, to the selection of correct electrolytes and separators. Once we are done with all these, then we fabricate the electrodes separately in different rooms under certain temperatures on one application machine. Now, we are in the next process which I will discuss in this video, which is assembly of electrodes in different forms of lithium ion cells. Let's get started. The cell assembly process involves steps such as building the electrode sub-assembly, then putting these sub-assemblies into package, then filling the cells with electrolyte and performing some final operations to make sure that the package is sealed, and lastly welding the container and inspecting the cells. Some of the details vary depending on whether we are talking about building a prismatic or a cylinder or a pouch cell, but many of the details are fairly similar. This illustration shows that the process as it would apply to a cylindrical cell or even to a prismatic cell. In this drawing, you can see that the foils are already coated with the calendered electrode material produced from the previous steps, and these foils are mounted on the left side of the machine. The foils are then unwound from the large roll and they are passed into a machine that winds these foils into either the cylindrical jelly roll or prismatic shaped flattened jelly roll. The strips are then cut to the desired length to separate the jelly roll from the electrode foils that come into the machine, and the jelly rolls are placed inside empty metal cans which are the containers for the cells, and then these metal cans are then welded close except for a small opening. The electrolyte is added into this opening, and then the final sealing of the cell packaging is done by welding. The cell is then inspected and packaged cell is sent off to the next process in this assembly, which is a formation process. Pouch cells are often used for high capacity battery application because there is very little wasted space inside the packaging of the cell. Furthermore, the cells are rectangular themselves, and so there is very little space wasted when we put multiple cells together to form a battery pack. Pouch design start with electrodes fabricated in the way that you saw in the previous video, and then the electrode structures are stamped out on these reels of the electrode material in the shape a rectangular structure with a tap coming out of that structure that will be eventually connected to the cell terminals. So these individual electrode structures are stacked on top of each other as shown in this illustration. Let's consider an example. We might start with a separator of material and stack on top of that a positive electrode material and then a separator and then a negative electrode. Then the whole sub-assembly would be repeated multiple times so that there would be many negative electrodes and many positive electrodes overall inside one pouch container. The separator may be cut or stamped essentially the same size as the electrodes, probably a little larger, so that there would be some extra space around the edge to make sure that any shifting of the package did not result in a short circuit, or alternately the separator could be wound in kind of a zigzag shape between the assurance that there would be no possibility of short circuit if the electrode shifted in the package. Notice in this diagram that the negative electrodes have their current collectors coming out of the tabs on one side of the drawing, the top right in this case, and the positive electrode all have their current collectors coming out of the same place, but the bottom right of this drawing. All of these individual negative electrode current collectors tabs are welded together, and the positive electrode tabs are also welded together to make one large cell out of these individual small cells by putting them as effectively and parallel electrically. And so we have one virtual large negative electrode and one virtual large positive electrode that are the sums of these areas of the negative and positive electrodes themselves. And then these two welded current collector tabs are themselves welded to some kind of the tab that extend outside of the cell packaging and forms the overall cell negative and positive terminals. Cylindrical and prismatic cells are formed in a different way. For cylindrical cells, the negative and the positive electrode foils are cut into two quite long strips, and then one of the electrode is placed on top of a separator, which is placed on another electrode, which is again placed on a separator, and this overall all long sub assemblies is wound around a small diameter rod, a metal shaft, and the metal shaft is usually removed when the cell is packaged, leaving a really tiny cylindrical vacancy right in the center. The electrodes ultimately end up with this structure that's shown in this diagram, where you can see that a spiral forms from concentric layers of negative and positive, all separated by the separator materials. The prismatic cells are constructed in a very similar way, but the winding is done around a thin flat mandrel instead of a lot around a cylindrical mandrel, which makes for an overall flatter package that's inserted into a prismatic can. So to connect to the outside world, these current collectors that are cut long have a little tabs at different locations that come outside from them. And so one or more tabs from the positive electrode are welded to the positive terminal of the cell, and one or more tabs from the negative electrodes are welded to the negative terminal of the cell. If the purpose is to construct a high power cell, then there are often multiple tabs per electrode that are welded to external terminals in order to allow more current paths and therefore a more uniform utilization of the electrodes. In this step, we have assembled the electrodes for various cell forms. Yet, we haven't discussed how to fill the electrolytes, and this I will be discussing in the next video. I hope you found this video useful and very informative. So please like this video, share among your friends and subscribe to my channel.